This is a 2006 Mustang V6 featuring a 4-liter V6 single overhead cam making 210 horsepower and 240 pound-feet of torque. And today, I'm going to tell you why it's the best budget summer car that you can buy. When this car came out in 2006, it was the 5th generation Mustang. It averaged about 13 to 15 liters per 100 kilometers, city and highway, I guess, combined. It's hard to say because this one's getting about 15, but some people are claiming they only get about 13 combined, so it really just depends on how you drive the car. And as I mentioned before, it's a single overhead cam V6, and it doesn't make super a lot of power, but I mean, I guess in comparison to how much the V8's making, this is actually a pretty decent amount of power for a V6. I'm going to take you for a walk around the car, and I'll tell you why this is probably the best summer car you can get right now. Starting at the front, there's not too much craziness going on, but one of the things I love about this car so much is the classic styling, and as we go around the car, you'll notice that there are pony badges literally everywhere, and it's honestly kind of a funny, quirky, unique thing. Now under the hood, you'll notice nothing really out of the ordinary, nothing super crazy, no massive supercharger stuck on top of the engine, but that's kind of what makes this car the best budget car for the summer. It's comfortable, it's quirky, it has that beautiful classic Mustang appeal. But what's great about this engine is that the mods come pretty cheap and they do quite a bit. A single tune can be maybe $200, $250, and that's a great price in comparison to what they charge for European cars. I mean, my BMW costed about $500 to get tuned, intake is like $600. For this stuff, it's fairly cheap, and you don't have to do too much to get a lot more horsepower out of this very simple engine. Now moving on to the side, you'll notice that this car has a beautiful side profile that I'm standing in front of, but I will get a closer look at it in a second. It's this amazing classic styling, and it has the big Mustang logo on the side. It really makes you feel like the king of the road when you're in one of these things. And there are pony badges everywhere on the side as well, so let me show you guys that. There's one on every rim. There's one on the side of the car, and I think there's one on the other side. You have the big Mustang logo right there. Moving over to the windshield, I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's one right on top of the windshield. Obviously the one on the front of the car. Yep, there's another one on the side of the car. And there's another big Mustang logo. And then of course we have the one on the back. Now moving around back, there's nothing too special going on here, but it is to be noted that there is a aftermarket catback exhaust on this, and it sounds incredible. When I first heard it, I thought it was a V8. I mean, I might be an idiot, but it does sound really great, so let's take a listen. Now obviously this car is a convertible, and I forgot to mention that there is another Mustang logo right here on the steering wheel. But one of the most amazing things about this car is that they only range from about $8,000 to $10,000, which is actually really cheap for one, a Mustang, and a convertible summer cruiser. Like BMWs, other German cars usually go for anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 for a coupe convertible. So this is like a really good price for something with great ride quality, comfy seats. I mean, it's not as fast as like a 335 or something, but you still get that great highway mile killer. And now moving inside, there's nothing too crazy in here. I mean, you got your standard light switches, gear shifter, emergency brake, cup holders. There is quite a bit of room in the little thingy here. I don't know what these are called. None of those stupid flimsy BMW cup holders. Another great feature that I forgot to mention about the Mustang is that Ford actually decided to include this interesting thing where using RGB values you can customize what color you want to make the letters and numbers on the dash. And this is kind of cool because even some BMWs equipped with higher tech features don't include this, and that was just an interesting little thing that I thought was cool. Okay, now I know you guys want to see if I can fit in behind myself, so let's try that. But I know you guys will really want to see how the top comes down. So let's do that. To get the roof down in this car, it's pretty simple. You just bring this down. Let's close the door first as well. Bring that down, you pop out this guy right here, do the same over there, and then you just pop out the roof like that. You gotta turn on the battery. Now let's get an outside view of this. Alright, now that you've seen all the quirks and features of the 2006 Mustang, it's time to take it out on the road and see how it drives. Alright, driving the 2006 Mustang. As you can expect, it's a little bit loud in here, but that's fine. We got the windows down and the exhaust is going, so it sounds pretty great, honestly. Especially for a V6, it's got such a deep growl. I'm sure that has a lot to do with the displacement. And honestly, like, it's not that slow. I mean, especially for an automatic of this era, it's definitely not the worst. Even the BMWs were pretty bad. The suspension is a little bit, it's not as sporty as you would imagine, but honestly, it makes for such a great ride. And even on the highway when you hit potholes or on the horrible Toronto streets and stuff, it really smoothens out the ride, and it's not really a kidney buster. And that's kind of what you're looking for out of this. You take it out in the summer and you just want to cruise, you want to kill highway miles. It's really great for that sort of thing. Plus, you have the whole appeal of owning a Mustang, and that's always really fun. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of gas here. And hey, that's not so bad. That's pretty good. I mean, it definitely picks up. Engine sounds nice. Honestly, with the top down too, we don't have it down right now, but with our experience driving it on the highway and stuff, there's really not that much wind up front. I know it gets a little bit choppier in the back, but it's such a, honestly, like, it's not loud. Like, I was in a Solstice last week and we had the top down and I could barely hear the driver, and that was not as pleasant of an experience as it was being on the highway in this. It's very smooth and there's barely any wind coming in, so it's just like a really great experience all around.
And that's why the 2006 V6 Mustang Convertible is one of the best budget summer cars that you can get right now. So thanks for taking a tour of my car with us. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a really great car. I've had it for a couple months now and I'm having a ton of fun with it.